is over. Yes, the wait is over. Hello and welcome to the new season of Centre Circle. And I am Jermaine Brown. This week we're kicking things off with someone who has paid his dues on the football landscape in Jamaica. Carvel Stewart is a chairman of the Harbourview Football Club and he has been in the sport for over 4 decades. In this edition of Centre Circle, we salute Carvel Stewart. There are many who would love to be known by everyone, while there are others who wouldn't mind at least one person knowing their name. For Carvel Stewart, he isn't looking for likes. He's just there to make a contribution to community development and Jamaican football. The urge to make a contribution came in 1970 while he was away studying in the United Kingdom. On his return to the island, and with the development around Harbourview, everything started to fall in place as he joined forces with other members to bring the Harbourview Football Club to national prominence. And by March 1974, he was well on his way as General Secretary of the club. One notable thing that caught his eyes while in the UK were the small stadiums, and he decided that is what was needed in Jamaica. So in 1990, he decided that compound would never be the same again.
We saw the need to do an improvement to compound, as we still call it. And I had been a little bit distracted trying to convince the then JFF that they should be building stadia in order to develop their own procedures and their own teams and so on, and also to get this property where they could actually house their offices and have playing fields. This came out of things I observed in the UK, where the FA had this large area of land, but their main office was there and a whole heap of playing fields were there. I didn't get any takers, but by then I had made a lot of progress in my profession and there were some monies available. So I decided to do what I was telling people, to do it here, and hoping that having done it, not be the envy of, but being the example that people would follow. And it happened, because we do have a number of other clubs who have developed their own facilities as well.
How much would it have cost then?
I didn't track the cost, because maybe if I did, I would have stopped. So I didn't track the cost. I just did what had to be done.
Mm-hmm. And you continue to give, even from then till now. I don't know if you can put a price on it.
And I shouldn't, because it is what it is. It's an insanity that I have in terms of this game that I have loved from a very young age. I wouldn't even have to go back to that. I listen now to people talking about Jamaican players and former Jamaican players, and they are talking as if football started in 1998 or thereabouts, right? But we had tremendous players long before then. But my main satisfaction in doing what I do is to see the men that graduate out of the Harbourview program, not necessarily while in their playing days alone, but in life thereafter. Because if we think that having them play football is the end of, the be all and the end all for those young men, then that for me was a big mistake.
But unlike some clubs in Jamaica, Harbourview does not enjoy the same sort of financial help. Some believe it's as a result of the notion that they can help themselves.
There might have been that, and I hope that's not the case, because the financing of a venture like this cannot be limited to any one person or groups of persons. It is an expensive venture, and as I said, the main product is real upright and valuable young people. And I now say young people because it used to be males only, but you do recall that we did have a successful stint in the women's football, and we still have some beacons there around the world.
The Harborview facility was out of commission for 5 years, with no competitive matches being held there. Before the start of the 2024-2025 season, 3 clubs were assisted with millions to upgrade their facilities. Harborview wasn't one of them. However, they were able to make a comeback on their own accord.
In peculiar ways, we have been attractive to some entities and not so in others, and for others. So we never ever question people why. I don't ask why Harborview wasn't included, because the people who are providing those funding, it's their money and their decision to make. All I've ever known is that if it needs to be done, then we have to do it ourselves to get it done. And as you mentioned, this effort here was very difficult to conclude, but not so much because of the work to be done or the cost to enable it, but more so to do with people in authority who seem to have a difficulty with Harborview Football Club because maybe we don't support them in what they do. Do you know we were denied use of the stadium last year? Even to the extent that they said they made an appointment to inspect the stadium and nobody turned up. We waited 3 hours, nobody turned up. But I have Harborview, whenever I have spoken out, and this is not the first time I'm speaking about wrongdoing in the JFF, we have always been victimized. It has never changed, and it never will, because we don't have that kind of leadership in a lot of Jamaican sports that will deal with truth and dispense justice in respect to accomplishments rather than my friend, my brethren.
When we return, you'll hear how Stewart came close to hitting rock bottom.